One of our biggest changes this year with using Schoology is going to be that you already probably have a wealth of content resources that you already put into Schoology. So what's really the best way to reuse that stuff? So let's take a look at that. So here I am in Schoology in my courses, and again, I'm on a computer. If I was on my iPad, I would log in through Safari, go into the district web page, go to Schoology, and getting logged in. So here I am. I go into my course for this year, the Social Studies sample course. And when I go into that, you can see everything is empty. But I did have everything I used for my course last year. So the way that we want to be pulling that back and forth is by getting it from our resources. So if you remember at the end of the year last year, we asked you to take your course and save it into your resources. So when I go into my resources and I scroll on down, I'm going to see I have a folder for my entire social studies class. Now, if you did not save your course to resources, please check out the other link that we have with the tutorial on how to save an archived course to resources, because you want to do it from this way. We want to be pulling stuff from resources, not from an archive. But I'm going to go back into my course, and I'm going to go into my Social Studies sample course, and we're going to show you how you can pull stuff in. Pretty much the easiest way is by going to this Add Materials button, and you'll see that if I go on down, one of my choices is to import from resources. So if I click on that, it's going to open up a window view of my resources, so I can scroll on down. Now, it might be tempting to say, hey, I want everything from that course. Don't do that. You don't want to check mark this and bring the entire folder at once. What you want to do is actually click on the name to open up the folder, and then maybe go into particular things that you want. Like here, I want this review sheet, maybe this lesson checkpoint. I go ahead and I click import. I click import again, and it's going to bring it into my course. If I wanted to, I could have set up ahead of time a folder that I'm going to put some stuff into. So let's say I have this folder that I'm going to call Constitution. I click Create. If I want some stuff to go right into this folder, I'm going to click on the folder. So here I am in Schoology in my Constitution folder, and now I go to Add Materials, Import from Resources. I'll go to my Social Studies course, open it up. I know it was in February 22nd. And what I can do, and I'm only going to be able to do one day at a time if I'm doing it this way, but let's say I'm going to go in here with my Google assignment with rubric, this check for understanding. I'll go ahead and import it. And now when I'm looking at the course, inside of my Constitution folder, there's the Google assignment and the check for understanding. Now, the reason that we don't want to just import the entire course in one shot is because when you do that, okay, if I go ahead and say, let's just import the whole thing, there's a couple bugaboos that's going to happen with that. First of all, if you are doing the Schoology Sapphire sync, remember that if an assignment is unpublished, when you run the sync, it still shows up in Sapphire, which means you are going to have a mess in your Sapphire gradebook. Okay. Secondly, when you bring stuff from your resources into your course, it will automatically assign an assignment marking period to that. So let's say review sheet upload. I'm going to go in here to edit. You're going to see that this says it is for marking period 1. So when I went and did this same thing for everything in my entire course in this folder, everything in Social Studies 8 Section 1 is going to be set up as if it's for marking period 1. So if you forget that and later have to go and change it and everything else, it can be a real pain. It can skew your grades, all that kind of stuff. So again, do not go and bring the entire thing over into Schoology. You want to just bring over from your resources the stuff that you need when you need it.